Hello everyone, and welcome back to Conquest. Today, we're fighting a front war. And that front war will be on Salt Flats. If this sector hasn't changed, it is going to be a extremely flat and open map where it is me on one side and the enemies on the other. No barriers, no rocks in the way, no nothing, just a flat area. So of course we're going to have to make a giant front of defenses to prevent the enemies from going around, because they will do it, considering that we have RTS and unpredictable AI turned on. You know what? Yeah. Okay, anyways, now the unfortunate part about this now is that I don't really have a good place to launch resources from, because I don't have a sector that has everything, right? I used to be launching from Stained Mountains, but I do not have any plastanium here. I do not have any pyrite or blast compound here either, and I would like to start taking that with me, mostly because you can use it for like initial ammo prospects, so you don't have to go out of your way to make it. You can just use it for a little bit from your core. Now that does have the downside of making your core extremely flammable, and if it ever lights on fire, it's never going out unless you put like 8 tsunamis down, and we don't even have tsunamis yet, so that's not great. So I think I might just start out by making a little plastanium factory, maybe also pyrite and blast compound somewhere, and then launching from there instead. Now the real question is, where is that going to be, because some of these places don't have all the resources that you need. 32M might have it, but it's kind of cramped in here last I checked, so I don't really want to do that here, just because it's going to be very time consuming. So maybe we'll just upgrade Stained Mountains somehow. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best option. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is, well, upgrade this, I guess. Then I'm going to start making some cryo fluid and pyrite, because I'm going to run a bunch of differential generators, mostly because they're just easier to get. Well, I could also just do spore cultivators. We've got plenty of water to go around. The only issue with that is I wouldn't have any kind of efficiency boost, so it would be, dang it. Okay, you know what? I might just do that. I might just put a bunch of spore and steam generators down, maybe on this copper patch over here, because I don't think we're going to need that for a whole lot. Oh, okay, yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, this is the worst blueprint you could ever do, but it's going to be easy to build, so I'm going to build it. Well, there's an additional like 3,000 or so power. Maybe not. Maybe like 2,000-ish. Whatever. It's probably fine. Okay. We have extra power. If we need to make more, we need to make more. Okay, now we need to get some plastanium going. That amount of titanium should give us enough to run 5 of these things. And now that means we need to make 4 and a little bit spore presses, which means we're going to need a lot of spores. Holy dude, I have no idea where this is all going to go. Okay, so there's all of our oil. And there's our plastanium, and that is producing at 5 per second, which is not great. There is not a lot of this to go around. Unfortunately, I could just get more titanium and build more of it, but I don't know about that. Eventually, we're going to have factories just basically scattered throughout the entire planet producing all these resources and then launching over to where we need them to be, so I'm not going to focus too heavily on making extremely efficient factories now. I will later, though, but for now we just need something to launch over with. Okay, that's plastanium done. Next up, let's just go ahead and grab some pyrite. Now, of course, I don't really have a good place to put this, but I will find something. Alright, and there is pyrite done. It's just kind of crammed in this corner over here. Now, I could upgrade some of this to blast compound, but that's a lot of effort, and I don't think we're going to need blast compound just yet. We haven't really got to the point where we're dying because our ammo isn't strong enough yet. So I think it's going to be fine to stick with pyrite for now. Although, you know, if we get absolutely rinsed in salt flats because we don't have blast compound, then you know what? That's on me, and you can all blame me in the comments. Okay. Okay, there we go. Pyrite should be arriving shortly. Let's just make sure that it does, in fact, get here. And then we'll just hop on over to ground zero, crank up the speed to 256 times, build up a whole bunch of resources in the core, and then we can actually get started. Also, we are not doing so great on power, so I think we need to go add some more spore power over here. There we go. That's much better. 3,800, 2,300-ish, kind of warbling, but that's okay. We have got everything sorted out. Okay, back to ground zero, and let's crank the speed up all the way. That should probably do it. Yeah, perfect. Alright, so now we can finally head over to Salt Flats. Good grief, all this preparation has made me tired. Let's head over there. Well, I'm lying. Let's do one thing first. Let's hop on over into a testing world here, and let's make a core schematic that is not terrible. Now, unfortunately, we only have access to foundation at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and surround it with containers, because may as well. There's no point not to. Plus, we get extra input sides, which is always nice to have. And let's go ahead and put down a couple of factories on here. First one being a poly factory, and the next two being mono factories. And we'll also want some kind of power source to actually run these, so I'm going to put a differential generator on this side. Maybe down here, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Now, the only issue with this is we don't have water extractor yet, so I can't actually get this going off rip, but we can simply just run some water into this thing. It'll start making power and making all of our factories. Okay, let's just go ahead and save this as a foundation starter for now. All right, can we finally launch the salt flats? I think we can. Where is my core schematic? It's too big, right? You can only go out 5 tiles from each side. So I think I'm actually going to have to edit this a little bit. Okay, that should do it. There we go. There we go. We can finally start it. Let's hit the max button. Looks like we won't get as much silicon because we have to use a bunch of it to actually build these parts. That's okay. Why do we not have a lot of pyrite? Can we really only launch with 4,500 of each? I guess so. But, all right, let's do this. Okay, so we have 1:40 to prepare, so let's just go ahead and pause this real quick. Is this just how I remember it? Yes, it is. We've got titanium pockets, we've got a decent amount of resource pockets, we've got normal sand, a lot of salt, coal, lead, and copper, of course, everywhere, and the enemy base is just a massive array of tier 1 defense mostly. Yeah, so we're probably going to want to build some tier 2s. I don't know which tier 2s we want. Maybe Horizons will just kind of like fly over there and bomb everything, although they do have a decent amount of scatters everywhere, so we'll have to see what's up. Also, pretty sure you can outrange like the majority of this base with Ripple here, so that is an option, and I did used to do that, but I'm not sure if we'll want to do that this time. Maybe we'll just go for some Horizons. I have no idea, but we should probably get started with this now. Oh, right. I'm an idiot. There's no water here. There kind of is. We have water extractors, but that's really about it. And that's currently just going into getting some extra coal. So we need to protect these things with our lives because we cannot get them back, which does mean we can't really do this until we have a decent power generation source, which unfortunately is going to have to be combustion generators. Yikes, because I'm pretty sure that's the only power source that we have access to, minus solar panels and thermal, that actually make power without water. Ugh. And I don't know if you've noticed, but there's no thermal here, and solar panels are kind of cheeks. 7.2 power per second, not the greatest. So, yikes. So let's just go ahead and tear these two down, and maybe this as well. And, you know, just for the fun of it, let's just throw in a couple solar panels here just to get these started. It is not going to do very well, and I probably shouldn't put this right next to the core. Let's just do something like this. It's going to go super slow. It's going to take up a lot of my silicon, but I think it's going to be worth it, because then we'll be getting some basic resources, basically, off rip. Okay, anyways, we need to go get an actual power generation set up, and we need to start getting resources and turrets everywhere. I am going to defend this area with swarmers for now, which can shoot pyrite, yep. And I'm just going to do this in front of every single one of these, because I do not want to lose these. We are not going to be able to make more plastanium here, so we need to make sure this stuff is very much defended. And now this is going a little slow, which has gotten me a little concerned here, but it's the best I can do for now. And we already have our first wave. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, I do have my first poly, and we've got some monos mining lead already. This is great. That silicon smelter is not plugged in, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw some solar panels down here to actually get this thing going so we can start getting some daggers. That's going to help us a little bit. Eventually, I'm going to be making some actual units, but for now, we can just stick with those because everything's already pre-built and ready to go. Okay, so there's our defense for now. I think that'll hold up for at least a little bit. I'm also just going to chuck in some cheap, quick walls here just to make sure none of the ammo lights on fire. Let's get to work now. We're going to need to make some actual units and probably plug that in. So let's think, what do we want to build? Well, it's obviously not going to be boats. Horizon is the easy choice, although we could make some Atrax because those things are super tanky. Ooh, I'm actually kind of tempted to do that. Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do Atrax. And also, I'm going to expand my defense up this way so we can gain access to this coal because that would be extremely useful for literally everything. Let's get some resources being produced here. Silicon is the one that I'm mostly concerned about, so that's what we're going to be producing most of, and I am going to go back to the archaic pneumatic drills because we just don't really have power available here. Now the only additional concern here is going to be, guess what? We still don't have power to run all these silicon smelters, so we're just going to have to run with solar panels, which is just not great because we're using silicon to make silicon. Yeah, that's not ideal. Okay, there we go. That should be some silicon at least. Better than nothing, I guess. Okay. We need to get our unit factories being built, so let's just go ahead and do that now. Now, we do need to get some coal into the core. Luckily, we have some over here. Unluckily, I have cut off all of my core tiles. Now we should start getting this. Indeed. Okay, let's go ahead and get this plugged in with, guess what? More solar panels. And maybe we just chuck a couple batteries over here. Yeah, that would be good. Okay, I think we're doing all right. Sand is limiting factor up here. We'll definitely need to get some more of that. I don't know what the enemies are doing. They're kind of just like piling up, I think, which is not good for me. Yeah, they are kind of just piling up. Okay, luckily we've got this pretty well defended, I think. Now what's going on here? Yeah, no power. There we go. How about now? Okay, let's just build up some Atrax. Luckily that takes about 10 seconds to build, so these things are going to be cheap and fast, which is good. Now the only concern is this makes yeah, we need 1 coal per second. We're getting more than that. Okay, never mind. I think we'll be fine. We can let those build up. This takes like a lot of silicon, I bet. Oh dear lord, we're gonna run out so fast. And it looks like we got our first enemies coming in. Looks like Pyrotite Swarmer is taking them out, no problem. I think we're gonna be fine. Okay. Oof. Let's get some sand. We're gonna need more of this stuff. Okay, and that should increase our silicon production. And you know what, actually? Let's build a little generator here. Now, it's not gonna get us a whole lot of power, but it's gonna get us some. And that's really what I care about. As long as we have some, it's a decent amount we can send back throughout the rest of the base. And we can actually, like, connect all of our grids together, and then we don't have to worry about it. There we go. Okay, so we are positive on power and on everything, and I'm actually going to... Well, I guess we don't really need to shut this off, do we? Because we've got... Okay, now here's what I did. So I can just click on Poly. Yeah, and we already have 16 of these, so our silicon production is now going to be halted for use in that, which is good. And we can focus entirely on Atrax and daggers, which I guess we could send a little push here. They're not going to do much, but they'll just be a nice distraction. Looks like we got these guys coming over as well, and we should be able to destroy this lead. That's not going to do a whole lot, but that's fine. Okay, also, we do have our first batch of Atrax, and I think I'm going to go and target these hail here. They are made out of silicon, so I'll probably split my forces into 4 different groups, so hopefully they can actually push up here and destroy these, and then we can destroy their silicon factory, and then maybe station a couple of them over there to keep that defended. Alright, yep, there we go. I think we're gonna make it. Dump lava on everything, please. There we go. Now let's clean this out. Looks like they had some extra daggers, so let's go ahead and target them. We did destroy their silicon factory, so that is good news. Unfortunately, the bad news is they're just gonna kind of sit here now. Or go all the way around? Oh no. Now, I'd like to get some of these guys stationed over here because it looks like they have figured out that I'm going this way. Luckily, we've lit a giant fire here, so I don't think they're going to be able to do much. Looks like these guys are coming over to defend. Let's just move our units away so they don't target it, and then we'll go back over here and just keep burning. They're probably all going to die to these crawlers here. Yeah, okay, so it looks like the enemies really like to go this way. So I think I might start running a ammo line up that way. Just make sure that it's defended. Something cheap and easy to build that we have access to, like copper walls. And then just for now, let's just put one here. Yeah, it looks like they are going to try to go around it. So let's maybe prevent that from happening. And kind of just push up on the front here. Now, we are going to need to get a couple doors in here so I can get my Atraxes out. And I have no idea where those crawlers are going. Oh, they're going to where the last known location of my base was, which was, yeah, next to that, I guess. Okay, there we go. And where are they going now? Probably out and around over to here somewhere. They'll probably still die. It's probably fine. Oh, and looks like swarmers can also outrange a whole bunch of their buildings. All right, how bad are the waves getting? 28 enemies? Yeah, we're going to have to start picking up here. Let's go ahead and add... Well, actually, if we switch these to flares... Yeah, let's do that. We'll switch those two to flares so we can start getting some horizon built up. And let's actually have the output of this factory target up here. And then let's just have these guys... See if we can march them up. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, it looks like they also have flares now, which is not great. Let's just try to burn as much of their defenses as we can before we die. Okay, yep, I think we're doing good. How many horizon do we have? Decent amount. Let's also just grab all of the daggers over here and send them over here as a distraction. Grab all the horizon and move them over here, and let's target their factory here. And I think I'm going to try to send them maybe up and around to try to target this power over here. Yeah, if we can get rid of their power, that would be great. So let's actually just grab all 10 of them, bring them up here. We'll try to route them out over this way so they don't get hit by too many air defenses, and then we'll move on. And honestly, since we have have these guys, let's just get them to start targeting these scatters everywhere, because then we will not have any interference in the air. All right, let's see what I can do with these ones. I don't want to be wasting unit production time, so let's just do that. How are we doing on our defense? I think we're doing great. By the way, bringing pyrite as ammo was not my idea. I saw that in a comment somewhere. I don't know who sent that, but whoever did, you're a genius. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking we might not make it to this power, but if we can cut off these solar panels and maybe these batteries, we'll be good, so let's just send them here. Okay, so that looks like it did a lot. Unfortunately, though, they are going to repair that, so we are going to have to move a little quickly. That's just how it is sometimes, though. Okay, also, I'm going to go target their batteries. There is a lot of defense on the front line. That's kind of concerning. And looks like we're out of graphite. That is not a surprise at all. Oh, we can't even make pneumatic drills. Oof, that is not great. Guess we're going back to old school. Wait a minute, I'm an idiot. I said we wouldn't have access to any titanium, so you have to be careful. Bruh, I literally said in the beginning, there's titanium here. What am I doing? And yeah, I honestly have no idea how many factories I can run with this, so let's just run all of them. Who knew graphite would be a problem, huh? Who knew? Okay, now the concern is we're wasting time, and they've just rebuilt their entire power network again. We have to prevent them from rebuilding, and I don't really know how to do that. I'm just going to target the core, and we're just going to see what happens. None of them made it. I'm going to try something, I think. Interesting. So can you not have them pick up resources anymore? I'm not sure. I thought Horizon could carry things, although maybe it has to be a logic-controlled thing for that to work. I was going to have them pick up some pyrite and just use that and kind of just blow themselves up and burn things, but I don't know if you can do that anymore. It might just be a logic thing. You might be only able to do that with logic, so I'm not sure. Okay, also, I think we're actually doing all right on graphite right now, so I'm just going to turn back on some Atrax as well, so we can use them to start burning away the air defense. Now again, the unfortunate part about this is they have a lot of ground defense here, which is not super great. I'd love to be able to get a ripple up here and then just start like rinsing everything out, but not sure how viable that's going to be. Also because we're still running out of graphite, and now that I have just plugged in all of my factories again, we're probably just going to be extra out. Okay, let's just grab all of these guys. Let's just get them going. I really need to cut their power off. Like, these nodes here would be perfect, but they'll just rebuild, which is the concern. All right, Polys, let's do this. We're increasing our land claim. Actually, wait a minute. If we don't attack just yet, because there's about to be a new wave of 34 enemies. They're going over here because that's where all the fighting's happening. We can kind of get everything hidden up here and then just do a huge push, because I think I'm going to try to send in the Horizon to cut off the power, which will then cut off all of these Lancers, and then we might be able to push the core with our Atrax here. Now, I am going to wait for the next push to do this. I do not want anything knowing I'm here, and then we're just going to send these guys after the core. These guys are going to go for these power nodes here, and we'll see what we can do. You need to go for there, you need to go for there, and you need to go for there. As long as one of those nodes drops, that's going to be it, and then we can send the Atrax in as well to the core. That should do it. Okay, here we go. As long as one of those nodes goes down. Let's retarget you onto the core. Atrax, go for it. Please tell me this is enough. It's going to be really close. Oh! Sector captured. That was perfectly timed, too. It literally blew up at the same time my Atrax died. So that's how you do salt flats on eradication, I suppose. Just bring some ammo, and you'll be fine. Okay, well that wasn't that bad. I thought that would be way worse. I mean, to be fair, I know exactly why I had such a hard time last time, because I didn't bring any resources with me. I did this time. It's a lot easier if you do that. Okay, looks like we unlocked tar fields. Now, I would really like to go to tar fields, because there's a lot of oil in that sector. Like, on the ground, you can pump it out. But I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to go to Perilous Harbor, which is a medium enemy base. And it says harbor, so I feel like there's going to be water units there, and water battles are always pretty fun, so I think we're going to give that a try next. But we've got some research to do. Fairly certain we just unlocked the water extractor. Indeed we did. I can go upgrade my core schematic, and we can actually use it with a differential generator now. That's going to be great. Also, may as well go ahead and unlock the silicon crucible. Won't be using that for a while, mostly just because it takes pyrite. I'll make a schematic for that eventually, but Not yet. I know we also can just go ahead and grab the battery diode. I've used this 3 times total and will probably continue to only have used it 3 times total. It's not super useful. And we can also go ahead and unlock the best turret, in my opinion. The Cyclone. Oh, finally. That is going to be amazing. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and head back to Stain Mountains. Looks like we do have most of our resources replenished, at least the most that we need. Let's go ahead and head over to Perilous Harbor. Also, let me add those water extractors. Hold on. All right, core schematic updated. Let's see how difficult this is going to be. Okay, so a couple things to note. First off, I forgot to rate Salt Flats. It had all the resources. It had no black sand, no thermal, no thorium, no water at all. It is a very open area, though. That does increase its score. But again, there's no water. And with the new launch landing pads, that makes it extremely difficult to do anything with. So I'm going to give that 3. Now, as for this sector, this one's new, and it's gotten me a little worried that I have 6 whole minutes to prepare. That's not a good sign. That means it's going to be very difficult. Oh, dear Lord. What is going on here? I think I'm going to have to go for that immediately. Otherwise, enemies are going to spawn there. So I need to destroy that before the waves start. Okay. Now, also... Oh, wow. They have some... Woo. Pretty beefy stuff in here. Yep, this is going to be boats galore. We're going to have to send boats in to do all of this. And that looks to be reachable from the coast here. I think this is going to be a boat map. Not a surprise at all. Maybe some air units could also help. But... why do you have so many containers over here? Oh, Lord, that is a, wait, they don't have any unloaders. These containers just do nothing. Maybe they have units come and pick up resources from here and move them around. Good grief, dude. Okay, so this is going to be fun. We're going to have to figure out how to defend this. Luckily, we have a decent amount of resources over here. It's got everything in it, just not in a large quantities. We have plenty of water to go around, but all of the other resources are not so great. But we do have black sand, normal sand, copper, lead, titanium, coal. We've got some decent spore areas down here that I'll probably use to make power, and so much water I don't even know what to do with it, so I'm going to give this one 4. Okay, let's get to work. This thing needs to be kickstarted, and it is being kickstarted because of these combustion generators right here. Also, I probably need to plug these all in, and I forgot to do that, so I'm going to have to do this every single time and just put some batteries like that. That will get everything kickstarted, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so that's polys, that's monos. We can actually deconstruct this now that this is kickstarted. We do not need to mine copper. We do not need to mine lead. That is the job of the monos that we're making. We do need to mine titanium, so let's try to get as much of this as possible because we will run out if we don't. And just in the beginning, I am going to hook up my main core power to everything just so we can actually have some, you know, drills going. But we are going to have to get power solved, which I think I'm going to actually just do now. Okay, we're all going to have to get water down here, which is going to be fun because I don't know where we're going to put that and actually defend it. Okay, and that, I guess, yeah, this will be where we get our water from. I'm just going to do this for now. Now, here's the great part about this area. We've got spores down here, so we can use spore combustion, and that's what I'm going to do. So, let's take a look here. This is 220% efficiency right here, which I actually have no idea the calculations on this. So we need 160% efficiency times, oh, I don't know, 0.6. So that's 0.96. So we can almost run 2. And if we put it on the 220%, that is 1.32, which is nearly enough to run 3 combustion generators. So if we have these 4, this should be enough to run 10 generators. There we go. And that should be our power done. For now, at least, of course. Okay, there we go. That should be power. We've got plenty to go around. Boom, nice. This is great. Okay, let's actually get to work on some units now. We're going to need it. We're going to need to get silicon as well. I have no idea how we're going to be able to do that with the very, very limited amount of coal we have. We'll just have to make do, I guess. Let's get some units going. This is going to be fun because they have to be produced on the water, and I'm just going to go straight to tier 2 boats. I'm not going to think about literally anything else, and I am going to defend this pretty heavily. Actually, you know what? Let me just defend the entire coastline here. Now, last I checked, we did not have access to the tier 2 boats for healing. That is correct. We'd have to capture humid coastline, which that's not where we're at, right? Yeah, we're on Perilous Harbor. We'd have to go up here to... I actually have no idea where that's at. Oh, there it is. We have to take tar fields. Okay, yeah, nah, I'm good. So let's just make the tier 2 normal boats, and we'll go from there. That does mean, though, we are going to have to bring the resources from all the way over here, so we need 3 unloaders, one of which on silicon, of course, one of which on glass, and one of which on graphite, which we are now going to need to start producing, because we are not producing anything here. Wait a minute. I remember these are super slow. All right, there we go. Now that that's going, let's start producing some resources, first of which is going to be silicon and then graphite afterwards. And I don't think that's going to be enough sand, but whatever. Can always get more if it isn't. Okay, there's our graphite. Wait, this is silicon. Okay, now I'm actually also going to go ahead and take out the differential generator now that we have our own set of power. Hopefully that was not detrimental. I just need the core input space. We still have plenty. I think we'll be fine. Okay, next up is lead. And by lead, I mean we're actually going to be making a lot of glass here. Okay, so that should be glass as well. Now, also for glass, guess what? I'm not going to be stupid this time. It's air defense time. Yep, I'm not even going to consider waiting. I'm just doing it now. We have 2 minutes left still. And actually, underflow. Yeah, we want all the glass to go down there. Yep. There we go. Okay. Got air defense. We've got this going, even though it isn't plugged in. So let's go ahead and plug it in. We'll start getting those guys going. So silicon is being produced. We need graphite. Graphite we're going to have to get. That's going to be fun. We do not have a lot of coal left over. I think I might try to use this up here. Ooh, and also, you know what? Let's grab another line of this and bring it up here, because, yep, no way I am going to be dealing with air again. Nope. And now we get our graphite. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be getting a whole lot of graphite just because we have a lack of coal, but that is the best that we can do for now. Okay, that should be everything. I think our power just straight up died, or I disconnected it. Oh, yep, I disconnected it. Okay, let's just reconnect that real quick. There we go. How much are we actually making? Are we still positive? Somehow we are. I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, there we go. I've got some more cultivators growing down there. Hopefully we still have enough water. We absolutely do not, I don't think. Yikes. Yep, let's get some more of that real quick. Unfortunately, I've decided to build my air defense that somehow got filled with graphite over the water that I was going to use, but that's okay. That should be enough water, hopefully. We should still be good on power. Oh my god, they're already here? Are you serious? How has this happened? And how was I not paying attention to this? Oh god, wait, no, not the... Oh, Jesus, bro! Ugh! Okay, well that was bad. Okay. So, let me think. We have a glass factory, we have a graphite factory, even though it's not really great. We have a silicon factory, even though it's not really great. And now we're just gonna get boats, and we need to get our defenses. Okay, and I'm also gonna get a mender in right here to defend these turrets, which I should also do this and this. There we go. Okay, so I think we will be good for defenses. I'm actually just going to cut this off, make sure nothing wants to go through here, and we'll just wall ourselves in, and we should be fine. And I think that's going to attract the attention of a lot of enemies, because I am now bombarding their base, not even on purpose. Okay, but at least we are building up our boats, we're building up our resources. Silicon is still not being produced fast enough, which is not good because we don't have enough coal for this. There's not really a whole lot that I can do right now, I don't think. I think we're just in a waiting game. 29 enemies? I mean, yeah, I guess they are building up a bunch of boats, but like, bro, I'm just going to use some of my boats here. Let's see if we can take something out. I'd like to go for this core here, but I don't know how we're going to get in there. We're going to have to go for this, so let's just target that. What? Where are you going? Oh, they have a huge army coming. Are we going to survive this? Yeah, looks like we did, but just barely. Holy, dude. Okay, well, looks like our boats did make it through, so let's actually open the door, bring them out here, close this again, punch a hole in this wall here, see if I can get in here, and then maybe snipe out this power connector. And that looks like it cut off the only thing defending this place, so let's cut out this wall here. Also going to go up here myself and build some more defenses, because that's undefended now. And also, let's cut out the doors and build them double thick, which hopefully has more health, so hopefully the boats do not try to go for that way. And now that we can get in here, let's just scoot our way down here. What you doing? Come on. There we go. Now we're going for the core. These boats are dumb. I don't know what they're doing. But this core should go. Boom. And now we have a lot more space. Okay, now unfortunately that did not blow up nearly as much as I would have hoped. This thing is still completely alive. We're going to have to start making pyrite too, because we're going to run out of ammo. Also, what's going on here? Oh yeah, there's no silicon, right? Because this whole thing got blown up and was like not working at all, so... Yeah. Oh, they're still going for the door? Great. Polys, please get out of the way. Thank you. And then if I put a router here, that should be enough to get all of the other boats going. That means we actually have an army, and... Okay. Let's just get these guys to just go over here and just start cleaning things out. Looks like there's no actual defenses except for these salvos. Luckily, they're on copper, so that's not going to do a whole lot. So I'll just leave them there. They can start cleaning this out. I don't think we're going to claim anything over here. Basically, now we're just going to have to wait, maybe get some pyrite being produced, maybe increase our graphite production, although that looks to be going up. Silicon, maybe it's fine. And then we're going to... Oh my god, there's just so many. we're going to run out of pyrite. And there is a nice little vein of coal right here that we can go ahead and mine. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully I have enough water to actually do this. We're also going to need to get lead and sand. Luckily, that is not going to be an issue because we have a nice patch of lead down here and there's sand basically everywhere. And by some miracle, we can actually make 6 pyrite mixers worth, so I'm just gonna do it. And there we go. Okay, that should be enough for that. All right, now let's see, we've got a grand total of 13 out of 16. We've got these guys over here. Actually, let's just move them up a little bit so they can keep shooting out this kind of area. And we also should probably start targeting their factories. And I'm probably actually going to do that when we do this next big push, because I'll probably just try to go around this way, snipe out these Ripple, and then go up here and destroy this Rezo factory, because, oh, there's so many of these guys. We need to beef this up here. We do have Cyclone, to be fair. Maybe I can put a couple Cyclones in the front up here. That couldn't hurt. That couldn't hurt. And they can't take Pyrite. They can take Blast Compound, but not Pyrite? Oof. Okay, well, maybe not. Oh yeah, right, you probably have to plug these in. Yeah, that might be important. We do have a whole bunch of water in this sector, and Blast Compound is made with spores and pyrite. And guess what? We have a pyrite factory. So let's add some more water to this line here. Make some more spores with this high-efficiency terrain, and then throw down a couple of blast mixers over here. And then we will run these over to those 2 cyclones that I just built, and have some ammo for them as well. Okay, cool. So we are now full on troops. Let's push these guys up a little bit to keep going, and then we can open the door for these guys, and let's start the next push. Which actually means I think the ones down here started dying, and before we get sniped out, let's just go destroy that. And also this one. There we go, and we may as well push up to here to destroy this naval factory over here. We probably need to cut off the power to the Lancer. That would be smart. We're taking heavy losses, but we did get their factory. Okay, let's kind of retreat. I think we just lost everything we did, but we did destroy a whole bunch of their infrastructure, so I don't feel too bad. Okay, just gotta wait for more units to build up, and we will do another push. Man, they are starting to get through the walls. That's a little concerning. Okay, well, you know what? We've got 13 of these guys. Let's start heading out. Okay, so we are going to head up this way. We're going to get rid of all of these extra Rezo up here, and then I think we're just going to try to skirt around all the way over to here, destroy these 2 Ripple, and get the core. And let's retreat before those guys come for us, or maybe they won't. Okay, looks like they don't know we're here, which is good. Okay, so hopefully those are all dead. Let's just try to run past these salvos. They might clip us on the way, but I don't think they will. Looks like we're good. This is all protected by air defenses, which, let's just get rid of all this while we're here. Get out these 2 Ripples. Oh, and there's a spawn zone up here. I didn't even know that. There we go. Okay, now can we actually hit this core here? I don't think we can, so let's just park them here and let them just rain down just volleys of bullets everywhere. And you know, actually, if we destroy these walls here, we could get in. We should probably wait for the fire to burn out before we do that, but I think we're out. Are we out DPSing the core here? I think we are. Yeah, we're out DPSing that thing. That thing's going to fall any second. Perfect. Okay, we have a tier 3 boat approaching in 10 waves. So all we need to do now is punch through this line here. And that's the last core. There is not a way to get around. Although, if we built some ground units, there is almost no defenses over here, so we could just walk. Is it worth trying that? I kind of want to try it. I think we could get away with it. Although we do have units, we could just use them. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's get our guys down to here. We can get these guys over to here. And also, let me just run a power line out here. This is going to go down so fast. Hey, okay. Oh, not the polys, not the polys, not the polys. Okay. Maybe let's let these guys take care of all these air defenses here before we fly over there. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to spam down... Oh, those are mine. Oh, I was about to say. Just spam down some healers here. Get everyone healed up. Let's see what we can do here. That is going to hurt. It's just going to be an entire battle of basically boats versus boats. Okay, we did get the factory out. We're going to take heavy losses here. We did destroy their ammo line, and we just made them angry. Kind of saw that coming, to be honest. Let me see if I can just, like, distract them a little bit. That's a lot of tier 2. Holy. We better beef this up. Okay. That could have been bad. And there's even more Rezo coming in. Okay, well, that could have been bad. Luckily, it wasn't. Let's also get some repairers down because it took a little bit of damage. There we go. What if we just run a power line up here? Because I don't think there's any ground turrets. We just build a factory over here. We just need silicon, graphite, and coal. And some power, of course, which actually, you know what? We might even be able to do the power up here. Okay, so I can't mine coal, so I'm going to have to go get some from here. Silicon, let's bring that up first. This is a bad idea. They're probably gonna try to go over there and attack that too, but we'll see if I can make it. There's so many boats, dude. We gotta go quick. Okay, now we need graphite. Okay, we have 5 waves. That's not good. Okay, that's enough coal to make one. I don't think we're gonna need more than one Atrax. I think we can just build one and it'll just shoot the core and then we should be fine. I don't know. Let's keep these on reap. Where are you going? Are you stupid? Oh my god, they're trying to reap. Bro, how many polys did I just lose there? 2. Okay, now just stay there and rebuild. Now, let's go get some coal and see if we can put that in there. And then get our Atrax built. I'm not doing this for no reason, right? Yeah, that is not going to be able to range that. Okay, yeah, this is going to work. This is going to work. Surely. Let's also get these guys kind of out of there. Although, I guess we were kind of using them to defend, so maybe we get them back in, or we put some extra walls like here. There we go, and then we'll leave them there for defense. Okay, now let's see. Can we get this Atrax to walk over to here and start destroying this core? Now we are going to have to cut this power off because these menders are going to pose a problem, but I think we got this. Okay, now that is not a problem that I thought I would have. The core unit is shooting at the guy. Now let me see if I can just distract it enough that it flies away. That does not look like it's going to be happening. That is unfortunate. Okay, so maybe the Atrax thing is not going to work, although I guess I could try to move it up. At what point do you start shooting me? I guess we can leave him right there, but I think we're going to have to fight the boss now, which is not great. Oh dear. Yeah, we're going to have to fight that thing. Great. Or I could just get more silicon up there. I like that plan better. Also, we probably need to mend the core because it looks like it's taking some damage. Okay, we have 2 of them. They are tier 3s. There's a there's a bunch of tier 2 boats in there too. Oh no. This is not great at all. Okay, let's just do a little bit of this. Yep, let's get some more of these up in here. Let's get some more cyclones. Yep, just put like a bunch of them. Oh, we're gonna take some heavy damage. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, well, the Guardians are dead. But man, we took some serious damage right there. Holy. Okay. I think we're going to have to go. Yeah, we're going to have to go for this. Oh, wait. No, we're not. It's attacking the core right now. We just have to wait a little bit. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm happy. Big up random Atrax that I built on site. I wonder how long that was shooting this thing for. It had to be a while because this is going pretty slowly, but I think we got this sector in the bag. There we go. Sector captured. Okay, you know what? That was not so bad. I think bringing the Pyrite as ammo definitely made things a lot easier, and I will probably be bringing ammo from now on, and we may want to start bringing Blast Compound as well, just because it is a better ammo for both the... Actually, is it? I was about to say, well, I know it's better for Cyclone because you can't use Pyrite in Cyclone, but Swarmers, it does less direct damage but has a larger tile of blast radius, so I think it is actually better. And it gives you the blasted effect, which I'm fairly certain if you put cryo fluid together, that's what does really well. Maybe reacts with freezing, and freezing is what you get with cryo fluid. So you want to cryo fluid freeze them and then blast them, and then you deal extra damage. I'm too poor for that. There's no titanium other than these drills here, and I kind of needed that for the core. Okay, well, there we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the research tree. Did we unlock anything? No? Are you kidding me, dude? Also, I don't think I read any of the sector things here, so let's go ahead and read these. So, salt flats on the outskirts of the desert lie the salt flats. Few resources can be found in this location. The enemy has erected a resource storage complex here. Eliminate their core, leave nothing standing. Consider it done. Perilous harbor. Multiple enemy bases have been established across this treacherous coastal region. Construct naval units and crush their fortifications. Consider it done. Okay, well, I think that is going to be it for this episode. We got some nice attacking in, and we've got some new options available for us next episode. First being Tainted Woods, which is a brand new sector. We have Nuclear Production Complex that I will not be touching for a while because I know there is an eclipse there, and I am scared. And of course we have Tar Fields, which is going to be so great because I think you get a bunch of research from here, if I'm not mistaken. There might also be thorium there. I don't remember. Maybe you don't get a lot of research. Maybe we need to do humid coastline, which means we need to do tar fields. So, next episode, probably going to do tar fields. Maybe we'll do tainted woods. Maybe we'll do humid coastline after we take tar fields. I don't know the order of operations we're going to be doing them in, but just know tar fields is happening next time. Goodbye.